We're back with another week of football, and DraftKings Sportsbook is keeping us in on all the NFL action. Great offers every single game. New customers can bet $5 and get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Throw $5 down on any of the week's epic matchups. Walk away an instant winner. DraftKings is not stopping there. All customers take advantage of 2 new offers every game this September. Football's more fun when you're in the action, no question about it. Download the app now. Sign up code Colin. That's me, Colin. New customers bet just $5 and get $200 instantly in bonus bets only on DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL with the code Colin. The crown is yours. All right, everybody, welcome in. Friday mornings are always sharps versus squares. I am, of course, the square. Chad Milman of the Action Network will stop by in 10 minutes. Some thoughts watching the Packers. Well, you know, if you're a Packer fan and you're rooting for Jordan Love, your takeaway could be, hey, last couple of weeks, he's been very solid in the second half. He's been a gamer playing from behind. I like his fight. He doesn't quit. He's got good mobility. He got in the end zone and threw a left-handed pass out of the end zone. If you're not a Packer fan and you have questions about him, you could say, last 2 weeks, he has buried himself in the franchise, getting into a big hole, huge deficit, playing from behind when opposing defenses, let's be honest, you know, Derek Carr got hurt. Lions go into a more conservative mode, time clock eating offense, maybe play a little less aggressive, prevent defense. It depends on, you know, your perspective. As I've said before, I'm going to give him to Thanksgiving, and then I'll have a definitive opinion on Jordan Love. My takeaway now is he's up and down. I don't see a ton of special, although I think he moves really well. He's not overwhelmed. He gets out of trouble. He escapes. He doesn't panic. He's more than competent. Again, in this day and age, he moves well, good size, nice arm. All the elements are there. Tonight, the Detroit Lions are a better football team. Jared Goff's a better quarterback. He was drafted number 1. He was a better high school, college, and so far pro quarterback than Jordan Love. They controlled the game. They have a better offensive line. I don't want to hear Packers were injured. You get to week 4, 5, 6 in the NFL, everybody's hurt. You know, everybody's banged up. Detroit's a better football team. This has been a laughingstock of a franchise for years, and it's very possible if Goff stays in Detroit or they draft another quarterback and get it right, you know, they're going to be a very good team for several years. They have drafted well. They have very good players. They're not having to pay yet. Linebackers, tight ends, edge rushers, tackles. They've got some dudes. And, you know, for years and years, you know, you never really trusted the ownership in the front office. I really like the executive suite for the Lions. I like their drafts. They've taken some swings. Players that I watched a lot of in college. Amon-Ra St. Brown is a much better pro than I thought he would be. I watched every USC game of note that he played in. He's a better pro than I thought he would be. So I think Detroit's just a better team. I think they exhibited it again tonight. I think, you know, they lost in overtime to Seattle, but they beat Kansas City and Arrowhead. They dominate the Packers at Lambeau. It's a good football team. And they got really good players. So, you know, they played hard under Dan Campbell last year, but they were just missing a couple elements. They've shored up the defense. They're not a great defense, but they're a better defense. And I like what I see. You know, I think Jordan Love's fine to this point. Nothing you see, he doesn't feel overwhelmed like Zach Wilson. He's not regularly inaccurate like Justin Fields. There's nothing here that would mortify me. You know, some of this is just he needs snaps. He needs games. He needs snaps. He's been uneven. Good half, bad half. Good half, bad half. That's the sign of a young quarterback. So you can sit on the bench for as long as you want. Aaron Rodgers' first year, he was 6-10. And then things even out. It's very rare when a young quarterback, Trevor Lawrence is a great talent. He has bad halves, bad quarters, bad games. So I think if you're a Packer optimist, you have to like what you see with Jordan Love. You look at the first half, the last 2 weeks, as better teams. Saints are a better team. They have a better defense than Green Bay. I think the Lions have a better roster. All right. But I nothing I see with Jordan Love would deeply concern me. I'm looking for some special. Maybe that develops through confidence and wins. But I think in-house, I talked to Tyler Dunn, somebody who's covered the Packers now on his own platform, used to work for the Milwaukee Journal. And he said in-house, there's a feeling that they're a little ahead of schedule. They feel pretty good about it. Lions ran the ball well, better than the Packers did, more yards, more rushing yards. That helped a lot. Again, Packers are a little beat up, but I'm on a little bit of a lucky streak here. So far in the NFC, the teams I had making the playoffs, Philadelphia, Dallas, Atlanta Saints, only the Lions in the NFC North, and Seattle and San Francisco right now would make the playoffs, 7 for 7. AFC, I'm waiting on Joe Burrow's calf to heal, and I don't know what's going on with the Jaguars. I had them as a possible number 1 seed. They're a mess. I do think they'll get healthy against Atlanta this weekend overseas. But all in all, better team won. It's nice to see the Lions win. Like last year, they were close, but you felt like, you know what? They have to win one way. They have to outscore people. Tonight they scored, but didn't necessarily have to outscore people. I thought they had a couple of calls go against them in the game. Then the Packers had that weird call on special teams on the field goal go against them. All evens out. But, you go to bed tonight, you wake up tomorrow and you think about Jordan Love. All right, we got something here. We're okay. We're fine. Doesn't mean you don't draft a quarterback in this draft. I wouldn't draft him in the first round. The Packers don't have huge needs. I really do like their tight ends and the receivers. I really think Green Bay is well positioned, but this is the youngest team in the NFL. So I think you have to come in with, Jordan Love's inexperienced, incredibly young roster. You got to temper your expectations this year. Right now, Detroit's on like the second, third year of this group. I think they're ahead of Green Bay. I think this team needs to age. And I think they'll age pretty well. So I like the journey. I like watching Jordan Love. It's fun. There's no indignity losing to a really good underrated quarterback in Jared Goff. I don't get it. You can't tell me there's 12 guys in the NFL better than Jared Goff. I don't believe it. I think he throws one of the best balls in the league. They have a great O-line. Jared Goff's history is when he has time to throw, he's good. He made some really, really slick throws tonight. I like him. You know that. I always have. All right, let's bring in Jason McIntyre. Another week of the VLTED Challenge. Remember, you can prove you're smarter than your friends using the VLTED Challenge feature. Last week, J-Mac and I split 4 challenges, but J-Mac finished 2 units ahead of me. So after 3 weeks, I'm up 9 units on the season. Jason is down 9. The first 1 to 50 will win the VLTED Challenge. I've already made my predictions for week 4, and Jason wants to challenge me on my predictions that he disagrees with. So here goes. Broncos at the Bears. I'm nervous thinking about this game, dude. I predict the Broncos will cover 3.5. They've been a very good first half offense. Stinks in the second. Bears stink all the time. I'm going to risk 3 units here. Bears have lost 5+ points in their last 9 games. Jason, why do you accept my VLTED challenge?
Yeah, I'm so thankful that you're giving me the hook here. I mean, come on. Justin Fields can't keep it moderately close. I mean, this feels like a last stand for Matt Eberflus, Luke Getsy. Like, they cannot get any worse than that embarrassing performance in Kansas City. And let's be real, this Denver defense got torched by Sam Howell 2 weeks ago. So why can't Justin Fields have some success? I think 3.5 is a good number. I'll take the Bears.
All right, Steelers at the Texans. Very interesting. I'm going to predict the Steelers will score fewer than 22.5 points. I'm risking 4 units here. Jason, why do you accept my VLTED challenge?
Yeah, I'm loaded up on the Steelers in this game. Really like them from every angle. I do believe a defensive touchdown could be in play. We saw them get 2 against Deshaun Watson. And I think the CJ Stroud hype, I know you're a big fan. I get it. He's looked pretty good. I think the hype machine's in a little bit of overdrive. TJ Watt coming off the edge is going to be an absolute disaster for the young quarterback. I think Pittsburgh's defense carries them, and they top 22.5 points.
Dolphins at the Bills. I predict Stephon Diggs will have more receiving yards than Tyreek Hill. I'm risking 2 units here. Jason, why do you accept my VLTED challenge?
tough to, you give me Tyreek Hill, I'm going to have to take him. I mean, geez, best receiver in football, or maybe one of them. I do believe there is a path to shutting down Diggs, and that's by playing the too high safety look. Josh Allen, he's not making those silly throws he made against the Jets, so I think he's going to have to go underneath for the short stuff. And I think the Bills safeties look a little slow. Poyer and Hyde getting up there in age. Tyreek gets one and pops it deep. He's going over 100. The guy's a machine, so give me Tyreek Hill.
I predict Patriots at the Cowboys, a game I can't wait to watch. The Patriots will score more, albeit barely, than 17.5 points. I'm risking 5 units here. No Trayvon Diggs. I think they can move the ball with some success. Jason, why do you accept my vaulted challenge?
Yeah, it's weird. I don't see the Patriots putting the ball in the air a lot. You and I have talked a lot about Mac Jones and the lack of trust Belichick has. I mean, goodness gracious, the Cowboys just gave up 200 yards on the ground to Josh Dobbs and James Conner. I think the Patriots, Ramondre Stevenson, and then a revenge game from Zeke Elliott. So a big ground game, low scoring as such. I don't even know if the Cowboys get 8-9 possessions in this game, Colin. I think it's a 13-10 kind of game. Give me the Patriots.
So there are my predictions for week 4. They are now locked into the Vaulted app. If you want to prove you're smarter than me or you're smarter than your friends, go download the Vaulted app. Make sure to enter the Colin Cowherd week 4 pool. Not only do you have a chance to beat me, but there's cash prizes up to $2,000. Remember, Vaulted is spelled VLTED, and the QR code is right on the screen. Good luck.